This message was blocked 3 times, but God just said, "Let them see it now." What you're about to open was meant only for those who were chosen to carry something greater than themselves, something planted long before their birth, a seed hidden in the soil of eternity, waiting for the right season to break forth. You are not reading these words by accident, for even the delays, the interruptions, the blocks that kept this message from reaching you sooner were themselves part of the divine arrangement, to ensure that when your eyes would fall upon these words, your spirit would be ready to receive what has been waiting. There is no coincidence in the unfolding of this moment, because what is written here is alive, and what is alive carries breath, and what carries breath has the power to awaken the places inside of you that you thought were long dead. The dry bones that rattled in the valleys of your forgotten seasons are not beyond resurrection, and the very fact that you are still standing, still reaching, still waiting, still listening, is proof that there is more written for you in the chapters that remain. Do you feel it even now, the stirring beneath your skin, the sense that something is pressing against the walls of your present reality, demanding to break through? That is the promise. That is the purpose. That is the destiny which has been concealed but never cancelled. For you have been carried through storms that should have shattered you, valleys that should have silenced you, nights that should have swallowed you whole, and yet you are here. You are not simply here by strength of will or chance of survival, but because there has been a hand guiding, protecting, covering, sometimes even carrying you when you could not carry yourself. You doubted whether you were seen, you questioned whether your prayers echoed back empty, you wondered whether the silence meant abandonment, but today is the day the silence begins to speak. Today is the day the hidden message is unsealed. Today is the day you are reminded that you were never forgotten, never forsaken, never abandoned, never overlooked. Every tear, every sigh, every unanswered cry was recorded, and the answers have been stored for the appointed time. And now, beloved, the appointed time is unfolding. You thought the delays meant denial. You thought the closed doors meant rejection. You thought the betrayal meant disqualification. But hear this, none of it was punishment. It was preparation. The very moments you cursed as wasted were the seasons in which your roots were deepening, unseen beneath the surface, drawing strength, gathering what would sustain you when the weight of the calling would rest upon you. If you had stepped into it earlier, it would have crushed you. If you had received it sooner, it would have slipped through your unready hands. But now the ground beneath you is shifting, the cracks of resistance are breaking open, and what was blocked is being released. You do not yet know the magnitude of what is opening, but your spirit feels it. It has felt the tremors for weeks, months, even years. Some nights you could not explain why you felt restless, why sleep would not come, why your heart beat with a longing you could not name. That was the echo of the future calling back to you, whispering, "Hold on, don't let go, it's almost here." The almost is no longer almost. The waiting is no longer waiting. The day that was written has collided with the day you are living, and that collision is this moment. That is why this message could not remain blocked. That is why no resistance could hold it back any longer. That is why what you are reading is more than words. It is confirmation, it is ignition, it is release. You see, many have misunderstood your journey. They looked at your scars and thought them signs of weakness, when in truth they were evidence of survival. They looked at your quiet seasons and thought them evidence of failure, when in truth they were the cocoon of transformation. They looked at your setbacks and thought them proof of loss, when in truth they were rehearsals for resurrection. What they did not see, what even you could not see fully, was that you were being hidden for a reason. There are treasures too valuable to be displayed too soon. There are callings too heavy to be carried before their time. There are destinies too sacred to be exposed before they are shielded in wisdom, maturity, and strength. You have been in hiding, yes, but you were not buried. You were planted. And what has been planted must grow. Even now, there are voices that will rise to question you, to challenge you, to remind you of who you were, of what you did, of where you failed. Do not be shaken. The same God who chose you before your first breath knew every misstep and every mistake, and still He said yes. His yes is not fragile. His yes is not temporary. His yes is eternal. And when heaven says yes, no man, no spirit, no circumstance can say otherwise. You must learn to walk in the weight of that yes, to let it be louder than the doubt in your mind and the accusations around you. For the yes that rests upon your life is not a yes to comfort, but a yes to calling. Not a yes to ease, but a yes to endurance. Not a yes to smallness, but a yes to expansion. That expansion begins now. Think of all the times you wanted to give up. Think of the nights you swore it was over. Think of the mornings you questioned why you should rise again. And yet you rose. You kept walking. You kept breathing. You kept believing, even when belief felt like dust in your mouth. That persistence is not ordinary. That resilience is not accidental. That endurance is not natural. It was supernatural strength, given to you for such a time as this, so that when the doors opened, you would not crawl through them, but walk with authority. You are not entering as a beggar, but as an heir. You are not stepping into scraps, but into inheritance. And this inheritance is not merely for your comfort, but for your commission. For what is coming is not only for you. Yes, you will be blessed. Yes, you will be lifted. Yes, you will be healed, restored, multiplied. But it will not stop with you. The overflow is for nations. The abundance is for generations. The healing is for households. The light that will shine through you is not meant to be hidden in your corner. It is meant to stretch into valleys of shadow where others have been trapped. That is why the fight was so fierce. That is why the blockages came again and again. That is why the opposition rose with such fury. Because what you carry threatens the darkness. What you carry is not just your future, it is the future of many. And hell does not fight what is empty. The resistance you faced is proof of the weight you carry. The delay you endured is evidence of the magnitude of what is coming. And the release that begins now is confirmation that heaven has spoken and the earth must align. Do not despise the path that shaped you. Do not curse the places you once hated. For every valley, every wilderness, every exile has become oil upon your head, teaching you wisdom, compassion, endurance, humility. The anointing you carry is not cheap, because the cost was great. You paid with nights of silence. You paid with seasons of loss. You paid with misunderstandings, betrayals, heartbreaks. And yet, though the cost was heavy, the reward is greater still. The oil that flows from your life will break chains. The words that leave your mouth will open eyes. The presence you carry will shift atmospheres. And all of this is not because of who you are in your strength, but because of who God has chosen to be through you. This message was blocked 3 times because the time was not ready. But now it has come to you, and the timing is perfect. Do not doubt. Do not delay. Do not shrink back. Step forward with the knowledge that you are not walking alone. The same God who kept you alive will keep you advancing. The same God who sustained you in lack will sustain you in abundance. The same God who whispered to you in shadows will shout through you in light. The season of hiding is ending. The season of revealing is here. And you are ready. You are ready because He has made you ready. You are ready because every storm trained you. You are ready because every delay prepared you. You are ready because the message could not be blocked any longer. And now that the veil has been lifted and the words have reached you, understand that this is not only information, it is impartation. Each sentence carries something living, something that will lodge itself deep into your spirit and stir what was dormant. Some of you have carried visions that seemed to die before they ever had breath, but those visions were not lost, only sleeping, and what is sleeping can be awakened. Even now, you feel the gentle pressure within you, as if something is stretching, pressing, groaning to be born. Do not be afraid of that groaning, for it is the sound of new life, the labor of destiny. Every contraction of your soul, every ache of your heart, is the evidence that what you carried in silence is about to emerge in sight. You will not miscarry this time. You will not be robbed this time. You will not watch it slip from your hands this time. The protection around you is stronger than before, the provision for you is greater than before, and the path before you is straighter than before. There will be some who do not understand. They will watch your sudden rising and question where it came from, for they did not see the years of hidden struggle, the nights of secret tears, the unseen sacrifices. They will think it sudden, but heaven knows it has been long in the making. Do not waste your breath trying to convince them. Do not dilute your oil trying to explain it. Those with eyes to see will see. Those with hearts to discern will discern. Those who cannot will watch in silence as the evidence unfolds. The fruit will speak. The light will testify. The doors that open will prove what your words cannot. And when they see, let them see, but let your focus remain on the one who has brought you here. Do not be surprised when favor follows you. Do not be alarmed when opportunities come quickly, when alignments form effortlessly, when paths straighten before you with little struggle. You will almost be tempted to think it is too easy, but remember, you have already endured the hard part. You have already paid in pain. You have already wept the bitter tears. This ease is not because the journey is shallow, it is because the foundation has already been dug deep. You are stepping now onto ground that has already been tilled, seeds that have already been planted, prayers that have already been sown. The harvest looks sudden, but the planting was long. Walk in it boldly. Receive it joyfully. Carry it humbly. There will also be a shifting in the voices around you. Some will be drawn to you because of the light, but not all will come with pure hearts. Be wise. Not every hand that claps is for you, not every word that praises is sincere. Guard your circle, protect your spirit, test the motives of those who suddenly appear. For with elevation comes exposure, and with exposure comes both honor and envy. But you need not fear, for discernment will sharpen in you, and what once deceived you will no longer blind you. You will sense the false before it reaches your ear, you will discern the counterfeit before it touches your hand, and you will avoid the trap set for you, for your steps are ordered and your feet are covered. The release you are walking into will touch every area of your life. It will heal the wounds of your past, it will restore the years that were stolen, it will bring back joy where sorrow had made a home, it will clothe you with peace where anxiety once held chains. Do not be surprised when even your body begins to align, when weariness lifts, when energy returns, when your very cells respond to the overflow of life being poured into you. For the blessing does not come only in the form of external gain but also internal renewal. You will be refreshed in mind, restored in heart, renewed in spirit, revived in body. The wholeness you longed for will not remain a dream, it will become your portion. This is not to say that the journey ahead will be without challenges, but the weight of opposition will no longer crush you, for your strength has multiplied. You will face battles, but you will not face them as before. You will not tremble as before. You will not doubt as before. You will stand with confidence, wielding authority you once thought you did not have. The storms may rage, but you will walk through them as one who knows the wind and the waves must still obey. The trials may rise, but you will face them with calm assurance, knowing they are not stumbling blocks but stepping stones. For you have been trained in the fire, and now the fire will not consume you, it will only refine you further. Some will look to you and wonder how you carry so much peace, so much authority, so much clarity. They will not know the crushing that produced the oil. They will not know the breaking that produced the fragrance. They will not know the silence that produced the song. But you will know. And because you know, you will never despise the road you traveled. You will carry gratitude for the valleys, for they taught you the language of the mountaintop. You will honor the wilderness, for it trained you to value the promised land. You will even bless the betrayals, for they taught you who your true anchor is. And in that gratitude, you will carry a humility that will keep you from falling into pride. Now, hear this, the unlocking has begun, but it is only the beginning. What is opening now is a door, but behind the door is a hall, and behind the hall are rooms, and behind the rooms are treasures. Do not stop at the doorway. Do not settle with the first glimpse of breakthrough. Step all the way in. Explore all that is yours. Claim every promise, not just the ones that seem easy to reach. For too long you have accepted partial blessings, scraps of joy, fragments of peace. But the fullness was always intended for you. You were never meant to live in pieces, you were meant to live in wholeness. And wholeness is being restored. This is why the message could not remain blocked. This is why you had to see it now. It is not simply a word to encourage, it is a word to activate. Something in you is awakening even as you read. The chains of doubt are falling. The fog of confusion is clearing. The heaviness of delay is lifting. And in its place comes fire. In its place comes boldness. In its place comes the certainty that you are chosen, called, appointed, anointed, and unstoppable, not because of who you are alone, but because of who walks with you. You are not walking forward into the unknown. You are walking forward into the already written, into the already promised, into the already secured. And because it was secured before time, nothing in time can undo it. So breathe deeply now. Let the weight of these words sink into you. Let the reality of this moment take root. You are standing on holy ground, not because of where your feet are physically planted, but because of what has been planted inside of you. This holy ground moves with you. This fire burns within you. This oil flows from you. And as you step forward, everything around you will begin to shift. Atmospheres will change. Doors will open. Chains will break. Not by your might, not by your power, but by the Spirit that rests upon you. And when you see it begin, remember this moment. Remember that the message was blocked 3 times, but God said, "Let them see it now." Remember that the delays were only the stage being set. Remember that the resistance was only proof of the treasure. Remember that the silence was only the prelude to the sound. For the sound is rising, and it is your sound. The earth will hear it. The heavens will echo it. The generations will feel it. And nothing will be able to silence it again.